Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for this very late night video right here on the Peter Joseph channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there in the description box on this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment if you wish, but don't leave stupid comments. You get blocked, and if you don't like that, cry me a river and go fuck yourself. And that's pretty much it. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare. If you act like an asshole there on social media, then you deserve to get blocked. But don't cry afterwards when I block you, so. I don't deal with babies here. But it is what it is. So, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to hit that bell, turn on all notifications, so you don't miss the next video. And if you do, well, you need to get slapped in the face, because you're SOL, and I think we all know what that means. That's pretty much it. That too. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, moving on. And if you're new here, thanks for watching. If you're thinking about subbing, please hit that subscribe button down below on my channels. And, please hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell for more. And welcome to the party. We hope you enjoy the ride, pal. If not, hop off, go fuck yourself. That's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Wednesday night, July the 10th, 2024, or if you're part of my replay crew and watching it the next day, or whenever you're watching it, it is now July the 11th, 2024, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. By the way, I'm Peter Joseph, but you knew that. I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And if you like it, great. You know, go fuck yourself and get out of here. Simple as that. Simple as that, my friends. That's it. Alright. This is my fourth attempt. Well, the first one, I messed up. I botched. The second one, I started it and then I had to stop. I stopped it midway because, for stupidity well, not stupidity, but, I had to step away. I had to step away for a little bit, so I had to stop. And then I had to make a third attempt, which I just pre-recorded it, and then I looked back at it, and then I didn't, there was things near the end I said that I didn't want to put up, so I was like, all right, just deleted the entire recording. So now this is the actual recording. You wish you would see the other ones, but you're not, because it's already deleted off my phone. So sorry, but in any case. Hope everybody had a great Wednesday, and hopefully you have a great Thursday. It's going to be hot once again here in the Northeast. I mean, 77 degrees right now, this late hour. It's supposed to be near 90 tomorrow, with the humidity. We're supposed to get some rain in the next, 10 minutes, they're saying. It's supposed to rain from, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. But, so it's gonna rain. That's nice, but it would be nice if it cools down the temperature. I mean, but again, tomorrow's once again back into the sauna we go with the humidity, the haze, I feel yucky. I mean, well, it's a good beach day. I think it's supposed to be, well, it might be overcast, might be some sun, maybe haze. So if you want to go to the beach tomorrow, I mean, school's out for summer, so all the kiddies will be going to the beach. All those hot ladies with those thong bikinis and all that shit on the beach, making the guys, get all hard in their shorts and everything. It's beach weather, so go out to the beach, have fun, but watch out for those rip currents, and maybe some sharks, who knows. But just have fun, at the beach, wherever you may be going. Just have a great Thursday and a great weekend coming up this weekend. The second weekend of July. I think it's the fourth official week of of summer. So I think summer's been around for just about a month. Almost a month, really, I think. So we got that. We got a little bit more to go. We got 2 more months to go officially, but in about 6 to 8 weeks, we're gonna have Labor Day weekend, the unofficial end of summer. And then right around the corner is football season. And then for all you kiddies out there, the summer is over. I am in command. No, I won't be in command, but school will be starting right after Labor Day. I think it's going to be September the 3rd or 4th, I believe. And then right after that is football! And after that, we got hockey coming up. Can't wait for the Rangers to start. Can't wait for the Niners to start as well. That first game, September the 9th, I should say. At home in Santa Clara against the Jets. Jets. Prime time on ESPN. Well, it might be on ESPN or ABC. I have to check that. I think because it's the Jets, I think it'll be on ABC. But who knows? Check your local listings when that game does come on your channel. I hope it's on Channel 7. So that way I can have Raw in the background and basically, I'm not even going to be watching Raw. I mean, I'll look at it in picture, of course, because I got it like that. So, but the main picture would be the Niners game at 8 o'clock. Really not 8 o'clock, but it's going to start like 8:15, 8:30. So I'll watch a little bit of Raw on the main picture, and then just switch right to the Niners game. And then in between, at halftime, I'll go back to Raw for a little bit. And in between, I'll be on Easter's chat and everything. It's like, hey, I'm watching the Jets. The Niners beat the crap out of the Jets. That game itself is going to destroy Monday Night Raw. Itself. That's going to get like a 12.0 rating. Raw is going to get a measly 1.5, 1.8. Measly 1.8 probably. Who knows? But, the ratings for Raw are going to, pretty much right now, pretty much normal ratings, like 1.5 to 1.8 or a little bit higher. And Raw is on fire right now, but once they get the football season, those ratings are pretty much going to be disintegrating. They'll be lucky to get like a 1.5, even on a good show, because everybody's going to be watching Monday Night Football. And the pay-per-views, most of the pay-per-views are going to be on Saturday, so don't have to worry about it. But, because they're going up against a lot of college football games, and then, the baseball playoffs are starting, especially in October, and then, hockey and basketball on the weekend. So, we got all that, and that's pretty much it. So, got a long way to go. We got the fall to worry about. With college basketball, college football starting, hockey, basketball, and football will all be starting. Baseball will be done by Halloween, probably. We'll see. It is what it is. Speaking of baseball, how about those Mets? Mets back over 500. Half game out of the third wild card right now. 1.5 behind St. Louis for the second wild card, but still 5 games back of JD's Braves for that first wild card. The Braves are not doing so good, JD. And don't look now, the Mets have been red hot since, Grimace showed up. Pretty much this month, they have, there's a couple of games, they had a 3-game losing streak because of the stupid bullpen, which still sucks. Yeah, they got a guy named, what's his name, I can't think of his name, Lamont, I forgot his name, I think it's Lamont, so he's from Tampa Bay, basically. His ERA is like 4.6, it's not great, but, David Stearns is trying to get some bullpen out because there is no bullpen right now. They got lucky to win the first game on last night. They had a 7-2 lead. No, what was it? Yeah, there was 7. There was 7. They had basically a No, it was 7. It was 6-0, and then it was, I think 7-0 or 7-2. They almost blew that. Because Ottavino can't pitch at all. He's gonna be gone by the end of this month, hopefully. God, if they keep him, I'm gonna be pissed. He can't pitch. The other guys in the bullpen can't pitch, except for like guys like Nunez and Edwin Diaz is back because he came back like Saturday, and he's been pretty much lights out the last couple times he's been on the mound. Lights out. Everybody else stinks. Garrett, garbage. Hauser, please DFA him or trade him. And most of the bullpen is basically minor leaguers. Minus Ottavino and Diaz, who are veterans, you got nobody. Basically, you got nobody. Sean Foley's out for a while. I don't know when he's coming back. If he does. That's it. But then you look at the rotation for the Mets. Been pretty good. Sevi didn't have a great game today. But still, the Mets came back and won that game. They did win. They won Tuesday night 7-5. Tonight they won, I think, what did they win? I forgot what the score was tonight. I know they won, but I forgot what the score. I think it was 3-2 or 5-2, something like that. So they take the series from Washington, pretty much putting Washington in the background right now. So we'll see what happens tomorrow in the finale of that 3-game series, and then pretty much this weekend is the final weekend of the first half of the season. They finish off at home against the Colorado Rockies, which could be a little tough, but we'll see what happens with that. Senga's going to be coming back after the All-Star break. Pitched a great game in Brooklyn with the Cyclones. 2 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, scoreless, of course. Then I think it was last night, he pitched, I think he had like 60 pitches or something like that. Scoreless innings there. So, he's on the way back. I don't know, he might have 1, maybe 2 more rehab starts. I think he's going to be back by maybe starting that first game after the All-Star break. And they got the Yankee series coming up in 2 weeks. That's in the construction site called Yankee Stadium. But the way the Yankees are playing right now, the Mets already swept them at Citi Field. That 2-game series swept them. Now playing another 2-game series in that dump of a stadium in the Bronx. But Yankees are just not doing good right now. They lost last night. They won tonight barely. They lost the first game to Tampa Bay. It was just a horrible game they lost. They lost 2 or 3 to the Red Sox in Fenway. Then they lost, I think, 2 or 3 to the Orioles, who they can never beat right now. They can't even beat them right now. It's sad how the Orioles are just whipping the living shit out of the Skankies. It makes me happy. Yankees are, I think, what I heard from, the bitch. The Yankee boy, the guy that sucks more Yankee dick than Susan Waldman and, John Sterling, but, it is what it is. Michael Kay on ESPN Radio saying that I think there was 6-18 in the last 24 games. That is sad. The Mets have a way better record than them in the last 20-some-odd games. Almost 30 games at I think that when they ended June, I think 18-7, something like that. And pretty much right now they have a winning record in July. And usually July is kind of like the month where they start going, the July swoon going into the dog days of August. And if you follow the Mets like I do, pretty much the last 3 years since 2021, the Mets in August suck. So I'm hoping for another one of those Augusts where they just play like shit and they fall out of the wild card race, or possibly they're not going to get the division. There's no way, unless Philly has a meltdown. But the Mets play the way they're playing right now. They have a good shot at making the second or the third wild card, and maybe doing some damage in the playoffs. Maybe be a sleeper shocker team. they're not going to face the Phillies probably until the NLCS if they even get there. But you never know. Grimace can just lead the Mets to the freaking wild card. Maybe to the NLDS. Depending on who they play, whether it be the Phillies in that series, or they play maybe the Central Division winner, or maybe the West, which would probably be the Dodgers at this point. But the Mets have shown they can hang with the Dodgers. I think they won 2 or 3. I have to look at the schedule, but they did hold their own against the Dodgers. But a little trouble with the Giants. They killed the Diamondbacks pretty much. Now they're about to start a 3-game series against Colorado. Then they're gonna go to Colorado. I think later in the second half of the year. So and they go into Arizona as well. Back to San Diego. Now I think they're gonna go on the West Coast one more time, but we'll have to see what happens with that. But they're doing their own against the West Coast teams, and some of the Central teams like the Pirates. They should have won that series. They split. They should have won that series. It was annoying. Every year, the Pirates give them trouble around this time. Or in August. It's how? How can you lose to the Pirates? It just boggles my mind. But, I mean, it is what it is. But right now, the Mets are doing some good shit. Pitching's been pretty good. Bats are just warming up. They're starting to get red hot. Nimmo has hit home runs in the last 3 games, something he never does. So he's red hot right now. McNichols is, McNeil, Squirrel McNeil, McNuggets, McDouble, whatever you want to call him. He has his spurts here and there. I think he had a double last night. But in any case, Lindor, who should be on the All-Star team, he got snubbed. Same thing with Nimmo, and you only got Alonso on the freaking All-Star team, which sucks so bad. But, Lindor's been pretty hot lately. And, some contributions here and there. Alonso, hitting home runs here and there. Not many, but, But you got some contributions coming from J.D. Martinez and, Tyrone Taylor and Iglesias, should be pretty much going to be the starting, I would hope, might be the starting second baseman for the future. Who knows with that. But pretty much people had the Mets dead in May. And the next thing you know, Grimace shows up. And what happens, they have probably one of the best Junes, I think, ever. I could be wrong on that. It was 18 and 7, I think it was. Or 9, whatever it was. Had a great record in June. And now in July, I think they only lost, 5-6 times, I think. So, they're doing pretty good shit, the Mets. They're doing good shit. But the Yankees, you might want to, don't have to hit the panic button yet, but they're playing like shit. The last 25 games, they've been playing like shit. It's like, one game they're good, one game they suck. And they still got a great record, but still, it's not great. They're like 30 games over 500. Now they're barely 15, 20 games over 500. They have the number 1 wild card, I believe, but they're like 4 games back of the Orioles right now. They had the AL East lead for a while, and the Orioles were just right behind them, and now they're 4 games up on them now. That's what happens when you go into a big swoon. The Mets felt it. Now the Yankees are feeling it. Good. Keep losing. Because there's no way with Soto, Judgy Wudgy, and his steroid-using 33, 34 home runs, whatever amount he has now. As you know, he takes steroids. It's a proven fact. Doesn't matter. With Stanton, Garrett Cole coming back, their rotation still has problems. Cole has bad games here and there. Luis Gil, he was started red hot. Now he's like a little league pitcher right now. And then some of the other people on the other guys on the Yankees, like Nestor Cortez, not doing that great, but still. Bullpen, not great. The offense is not getting hits at a certain time. If your name's not Soto or Judgy Wudgy, pretty much you stink. Yeah, Ben Rice got 3 home runs, in his debut or whatever it was. Big whoop, 3 home runs. Whoop-de-doo. You still suck. That's what the whole Yankee team is. They suck. They're not as good as on paper right now. Everybody thought like, oh, Soto with Judgy, Wudgy, and Stanton. Oh, they're gonna win the division. They're gonna go to the playoffs. Well, that was obvious. They're gonna win the World Series. Probably not. I mean, you still got a second half of the year to worry about. And then you look at the Mets. It was like, oh, this is just gonna be a rebuilding year. Man, kind of, April, they were okay. May came, they looked like they were dead. And as soon as you turn the page to June, what happened? Who are these Mets? Grimace shows up, throws out the first pitch, and from right then and there, Grimace Power's just been lighting the Mets bats on fire. Right now. The Mets are hot. I'm like, giving us some hope. But like I said, as much as I can like say, oh, the Mets are gonna win, this and that. They're giving us hope. They're giving us teases. They're teasing us. You know that swoon is gonna come again. Whether it be after the All-Star break, going into August, and then just forget it. By September, you're like, oh, they're done. And then they try it for a late charge and don't get there. And then you're like, another July, August swoon. But now I think with Senga coming back, that rotation is going to get better. Quintana had a pretty good game last night. On Tuesday night, 7 scoreless innings. So but I'm not invested in Quintana because he still kind of stinks. He's like Jekyll and Hyde. One game he's good, one game he sucks really bad. Then the next game he's pitching 7 great innings. But then the bullpen almost blew it for him. Severino, you know the Jekyll and Hyde. He's had a couple great games, goes 7 innings. Maybe give up a run or so. And then the last couple games he's kind of been flaky. You got that. Sean Manaea's had great games. The last couple games has been pretty good. And then you got Christian Scott, who just came back up. Last couple games, not so great, Al, but still. And then, did you have one, Peterson has been pretty good, coming back from an injury. He's pitched a couple of good games. So, Mets rotation, not bad. It could be better, but still. They're keeping the Mets in the game, some games. The bats have been red hot. But, I really think the Mets go on to get the playoff spot, a second or third wild card spot. I'm really nervous about the fucking bullpen. I'm nervous as hell about the bullpen. Because they got nobody can get people out. That's why I think when we hit in like 18 days which is the trade deadline, I hope David Stearns is a buyer and a seller. He buys some depth in the bullpen. Maybe get a bat. I doubt he'll get a bat. I don't know who. Maybe get rid of Marte because he's basically damaged goods. Maybe get an actual right fielder. Or just put McNeil in right or DJ Stewart in right, even though he's just basically a DH for hire. Well, next to Martinez, of course, but... Or you put Tyrone Taylor in right. I don't know. I think the Mets are going to be buyers and sellers. They're going to buy some bullpen help. Maybe get a starter. Another starter, but then who you trade? Probably be Quintana. I think it's the odd man out, in my eyes. And maybe you put McGill in the bullpen. I would put keep McGill, put him in the bullpen. Get rid of Hauser. Get rid of Ottavino. Get rid of a couple other guys that suck in the bullpen like Garrett. And, other people that, can't get anybody out, like Dykeman. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he had 3, had a scoreless inning. Big whoop. On and off, this guy. Some of these guys are like Jekyll and Hyde. 1 game good, 1 game bad. 1 game good, 2 games bad. No consistency in the bullpen. And yet, Diaz has had meltdowns here and there this season, but still. They shouldn't even needed Diaz in that Tuesday night game. They didn't need him. But, Ottavino and others can't get anybody out. Dykeman can't get anybody out half the time. It's like throwing balls. Not getting anybody out. Giving up runs. And then when he finally does get somebody out, he's like, yeah! I'm like, what are you, yeah! For? You gave him 5 runs. Moron. Stop celebrating. Like, oh yeah, I finally got him out, yeah! And he's going to the dugout and, yeah! Fuck yeah! If I'm in the front row and he's doing that, I'm like, what are you freaking celebrating? You gave up 5 runs, you fucking mark! Like, sit down and shut up! Fucking idiot. But anyway, we move on. But yeah, the Mets are doing great. Yankees, good. You suck. And your fans suck even more, too. Yeah, even a guy on the Michael Kay show today, he started bashing Michael Kay because oh, you're just a Yankee mark. You don't say anything. You're like, you like to, he didn't say it per se, but he's like, oh, you're basically a kiss ass for the Yankees, which he is. All those people that do Yankee games like Michael Kay, John Sterling, and Susan Waltman, they've sucked. They have kissed so much Yankee ass and sucked so much Yankee dick. It's disgusting. That's all they are. It's just fucking kiss asses. Marks. You don't see Gary Cohen doing that shit. If the Mets are doing bad, Gary Cohen will tell you about it. It's like, oh, this is bad. They need, this is not good baseball. That's why the Yankees freaking commentary, it's so bad. It's horrible. Gary, Keith, and Ron are the best fucking play-by-play color commentary team of all time. Right up there with Ralph Kiner, Steve Zabriskie, and Tim McCarver. Fuck Joe Buck, because he sucks. You think Joe Buck's a great play-by-play guy? Fuck you. He is boring. Even when he does football games with that other idiot, Troy Gaiman. Horrible. I can't watch. And I have to listen to that shit on Monday Night Football, because that's what they do. I have to hear that shit. But I'm going to put the game on mute. I'd rather hear the 49ers play-by-play people than listen to boring as fuck Joe Fuck and Troy Gaiman on Monday Night Football. I could get through Sunday Night Football with Chris Collinsworth, half the time he's like, boring. And then Mike Tirico. I like Mike Tirico, but still. Chris Collinsworth sometimes is like, he'll just go off on a tangent somewhere. Like, what are you talking about? But when you listen to Gary, Keith, and Ron on a Met game, you get good stories, you get a lot of laughs, especially with Keith. He's just talking randomly about stuff. And he's like, what are you... It is funny. It is a laugh. I enjoy it. On SNY or Channel 11. It is a great time. It's a great game. They call it a great game. Unlike the Yankee guys, you don't have Sterling anymore going, the Yankees win. Now I think Susan Waltman's still doing the radio games. I don't know. I don't listen to Yankee radio. I care less. But then you have Michael Kay sometimes on ESPN doing the Sunday night baseball games. Just hyping up the Yankees. He'd be doing a Mets Red Sox game, and next thing you know, he's talking about the Yankees. I'm like, who gives a shit about the Yankees? Like, I care about this game. Why are we talking about the fucking Yankees for? Fucking idiot, man. I can't stand him. Can't stand him. I cannot stand Sterling at times because he was just a Yankee mark and kiss ass. And Susan Waltman is just a fucking dick sucker for the Yankees. But right now, Michael Kay is the biggest dick sucker of the Yankees ever. He's a big time dick sucker. Same thing with like Mike Francesa at times back in the day. Every time the Yankees would suck, he would go off. Yeah, like, oh, it's good because he's a broadcaster. That's what he does. Your team sucks. You gotta let them know about it. I don't care if you're on the radio. You let them know. It's like, oh, your team sucks. You know, this sucks. Like, why is he on this team? You know, you gotta give criticism. You know, but sometimes you gotta keep it in check because they can. You know, these players can hear. It's like, what did you say? Fuck you. They want to kill the guy. Like, why is he on the radio? But you don't hear that from Gary, Keith, and Ron. Nope. That's why they're the best baseball team, not baseball team, baseball commentary, play-by-play commentary of ever. They're just fun to watch. And like, it feels like you're listening to your family. Like, you sit there, it's like family, basically. You know, they tell good stories, you know. They get all excited, you know, Gary Cohen's all excited, it's out of here! And then you had, Ron Darling with his insight, because he was a great Met pitcher, with his insight into the game and everything. And then you have Keith Hernandez, you know, he'll tell, something like, oh, this is how you bat and everything. You know, he'll give you some good insight, you know, about the game, about the pitches and stuff like that. And then he'll just randomly go into a story. And it's just fun. It's funny. It's like, there's one game he talked about getting scammed. It's like, this is baloney. You know, he meant to, he was gonna curse. I think he cursed one time on the air, but he apologized. But still, it was funny. But when he talked about when he got scammed by some, I think it was a cable company or something like that. He got an email and he's like, oh, your cable's gonna be shut down. And then he gave money he got caught in a scam. He's like, this is baloney. And then freaking Gary Cohen's trying to, like, you do know you got scammed, right? And Keith's like, I can't believe I got scammed. I'm Keith Hernandez. It was funny. I was like, oh my god, Keith, really, dude? It's funny. I'm watching it on the SNY app. It's hilarious sometimes. You know, when I go to my parents' house, I'm watching a game on like if I go there, you know, if there's like I go there on like a weekday and they have a weekday game. You know, I'm watching a game with my dad, and then Keith's like talking up random stuff. I'm like, I start laughing up a storm, and my dad's like laughing up a storm because it's just great. You know, back in the day, in the 80s, you never really got that from like Ralph Kiner and Steve Zabriskie and Tim McCarver. Once in a while, maybe, but Harry Rose would throw in things. Later on, when he was on the radio, when he was doing bet games on SNY at times. Not so much Gary, what's his name? Not Gary. Gary Dorn once in a while. Not many stories, but he's just a wild man. A good announcer, he used to be for the Mets. But now I think he's doing, I don't even know if he's still doing Baltimore Oriole games, but, he's good. At times he's kind of boring. I think, and he actually did some hockey games too. I went to a Met game and he was I think when he was doing commentary for the Mets, watching batting practice, we see him coming down the third baseline. I was like, hey Gary, how about those Devils? He's like, yeah. I'm like, who gives a shit about the Devils, dude? I'm like, what's up, Gary? You know, I bet Al-Qaeda back in the day. God rest his mighty soul. I met Bob Murphy. God rest his mighty soul. With the happy recap. I didn't meet Gary Cohen. He was at my college one day during some type of seminar. I think it was a seminar or it was part of a class or something like that. I was in a radio station. He's like right there. If I didn't have class at around the time he was in that studio, I would have went in that studio and just sat there, minding my own business and listened to Gary Cohen teaching us how to do broadcasts like I didn't know how, but because I did do a lot of Brooklyn Cyclones games for Brooklyn College Radio, but it was tape stuff. I still have the CDs. I'm not going to play them, obviously, because I don't think anybody wanted to hear that. But in any case, we move on. But yeah, that's that. All right, so a little bit of sports news, and a little bit of rest. Now we got some wrestling. All right, so the big news for wrestling today was besides the ratings for Collision and Rampage, horrible ratings, 300,000 views. 309,000 views for Rampage, which was up 6,000 from last week. Big fucking deal. But Collision's ratings, 303,000 views, and they had MJF on the show. And he's like, oh, the only ratings I care about is Nielsen ratings. Yeah, 303,000 is a great number, right, Max? I mean, it is what it is. NXT got this week 600. There was I should have kept the tab up. There was 600. It was over 650. I know that. There was the official number was 656,000 views for NXT this week. Way up from last week, which we did like 500 some odd thousand. So that's a big increase. And the demo went up too, way up. Raw did a 1 point, what did Raw do? Raw did a 1.7, I think. That's not bad, but still. So we had that. But the other big news of the day is that Stephanie Vaquer has signed with NXT. But now there's, Shawn Michaels put out a tweet saying, welcoming Stephanie to NXT. We'll see you in Orlando. So she's going to be at the Performance Center pretty much in the not-too-distant future. But there's stories saying, it's not official. No press release was ever given. But pretty much, I mean, it's been pretty much confirmed by other people like Sean Ross Sapp and Brian Alvarez and even that douchebag Meltzer and, on other dirt sheets like Ringside News, that Stephanie Vaquer has signed a deal with NXT. So, Hunter and Nick Khan, and Shawn Michaels stole Stephanie Vaquer right out from under Tony Khan's cocaine-filled nose. He had her right in the palm of his hand. I thought that Stephanie was going to be on AEW television after that great performance against Mercedes Moné, but still, she's done with her CMLL obligations. She's pretty much done with New Japan. So pretty soon she's going to debut on NXT TV, whether it be at the Bash on August the 5th or probably I would think, her first official match, she'll have some TV matches. I think her first pay-per-view match will probably be at No Mercy. But now that Julia's is there now, and when she actually makes her full debut, which will probably maybe be at the Bash as well, because Roxy needs somebody to fight. So Julia's got that Marigold event this weekend against Saray. And hopefully that goes well. She doesn't have any problems with her wrist. I think a couple weeks before the Bash comes your way, probably by the end of this month, Julia will be on NXT TV, come out, challenge Roxy, and Roxy's like, oh, you're just from another chick from Japan. Remember the last person I fought from Japan, Michael Sanomura? Yeah, he almost died and fainted, but still. Like, this is Julia we're talking about there, Roxy. Julia is going to whip your ass. So, we're going to get that. So, at the Great American Bash, I would probably presume we're going to get Roxy and Julia. And Julia's going to become the new NXT Women's Champion. And then Roxy will get a rematch. Corey Jade will eventually come back. Maybe that'll be in, maybe one of Julia's first feuds would probably Corey Jade. And then maybe you have, I wouldn't say Lord of Ice, but, I would probably put, like, Karen Petrovich in there, Wendy Choo Choo. Some of the big stars, like, going for the title. Then and then eventually you got Stephanie McCourt coming in. That feud is going to be freaking epic. I think we might get that by the end of the year, or maybe early next year. Maybe at New Year's Evil in January, or maybe we'll see Julia versus Stephanie McCourt at Vengeance Day in February 2025, right? During Royal Rumble weekend, February 2nd, I believe. We could get that. Or if they don't want to have that match yet, then I would, if they don't do it then at Vengeance Day, then have to do it at Stand and Deliver 2025 during WrestleMania weekend. And it's probably going to be April the 16th. Or April the 15th, whatever date it is. That Saturday show. Like during night one of WrestleMania. They do NXT early in the day, like 11, 12 o'clock. So, we'll see what happens with all that. But Stephanie McCourt in NXT, I think that's a huge signing and a huge steal by HBK, Triple H, and Nick Khan, man. That is great. They got Julia, they got Stephanie McCourt on NXT. I mean, NXT, that women's division is going to be stacked. Imagine when they go to the main roster. Woo! I was talking to people on Twitter, and then, I think in Issa's chat or Joe Cronin's chat about Julia. Like, I would love to see Julia versus Asuka, Julia versus Kairi, Julia versus, Io. And people say, oh, Julia's gonna be part of Damage Control. I'm like, I could see that. I could definitely see that. That's all an old Japanese faction, like the Black Lotus Triad. But make it a faction, like a 4-woman faction, like a big Japanese type faction. But who would be the leader, though? I would have Julia be the leader, just preference, but yeah, I could see Julia teaming up with Asuka, Kairi, and Io in a brand new Damage Control. But I wouldn't call it Damage Control. I would call it either the Black Lotus we can't call it the Black Lotus. Well, I would say the Black Lotus Triad, but it's a 4-way. You can't call it a triad. That's 3. I would just call it the Black Lotus, or something Black Lotus. Black Lotus Group, Black Lotus something. But yeah, I would love to see Julia, Asuka, Kairi, and Io in a humongous like faction. Like the Black Lotus, or like I said, I wouldn't call it Damage Control. But if they want to do that, then what I would do is when I would debut Julia on the main roster. What I would do is have Damage Control just start sucking again, and then Io gets mad, and because we see Dakota Kai continue to lose every fucking week, and Io's like, you lose every fucking week! And Nicole's like, oh, I'll do better, I promise I'll do better, please don't kick me out like you did Bayley. And then Asuka, Kairi, and Io get so fucking fed up with Dakota Kai that she'll lose another match, and then they'll beat the living crap out of her. And then, like Dakota has no friends, and then Julia shows up, and I was like, is Julia gonna be the one to save Dakota Kai? Nope. Picks her up, boom, beats the crap out of her, hits her finisher, whatever. She just beats the living shit out of Dakota Kai. And then she just looks at Asuka, Kairi, and Io. And then they're like, oh, like, they're like scared. And then next thing you know, they're all hugging like they're sisters or something like that. When Asuka joined up with Io and Kairi, you didn't think it was gonna happen. I was like, oh, it's happening. The Black Lotus Triad. They just just had Bayley there, and then like Asuka's like, Kairi, Io. They're hugging him. Bayley's like, yeah, hi, what me? And then I was like, come we hug. Next thing you know, like a few months later, bye Bayley. Right, and then you had Dakota Kai. It was like a 5-woman faction. You're like, okay, that's a little bit too much. Let's just get rid of Bayley, and you have Asuka, Kairi, and Io coming up. And now you have Dakota Kai. So now you have a 4-woman stable now when Asuka comes back. I think when Asuka comes back next year, I think that's going to be when Julia's going to join up with them. Probably make it a 5-woman stable again, but then eventually, by WrestleMania or after WrestleMania, Dakota Kai's going to go, out of here, you're out of here, get out of here. Go back to New Zealand, do something. Get out of here, you're not part of our group anymore. Julia's going to whip her ass, and I'm going to love it. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Julia and Asuka, Kairi, and Io are going to murder people. It's just going to be insane. They're going to, like, destroy, like, people like Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, the Dancing Queens, Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter. All the women in that division are pretty much going to get destroyed. And the only people that can actually probably stop them is probably Charlotte, Becky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Jade. Oh, man, Jade versus Julia. Oh. Thinking about that makes my dick hard. Holy shit. Mommy Rhea Ripley versus Julia. That's a WrestleMania right there. That is WrestleMania. Or, if not, SummerSlam. That is a major pay-per-view style match. Right there. It's gonna happen hopefully next year. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. What do you guys think of Stephanie McCourt signing with NXT? We talked about that. Talked a little bit about, Julia as well. So we want to talk about Julia as well. Anything I talked about in this video, put your thoughts and opinions down below. We talked about the Mets, talked about the Yankees, mid-season, not a mid-season report, but we're getting there. I mean, pretty much it's mid-season now. So, kind of like an early mid-season report. So I'll do, put that in there, put that in the title. And we got all that. And that's pretty much it. So I did the ratings for Collision and Rampage. So, got a lot to talk about in this 48-minute video. And that's all I gotta say about that. Tomorrow, I will be doing NXT and AEW. Get those out of the way sometime tomorrow afternoon. Then maybe late tomorrow night, I might just do a TNA review. And then Friday, I got a procedure. I got getting surgery on Friday. Little procedure, nothing big, nothing major. But it's just a minor procedure, so I'm hoping I'll feel better when I get after a couple hours coming home, after I get home from the not going to the hospital, but I'm going to a facility to get a little minor back surgery. So I'm gonna be in and out, so I'm not gonna be there like a long time. With the wait, I might be there a while, but procedure is not gonna be that long. Not even. I'm not even gonna be on the operating table for that long. I'm just like, hey, I guess take off most of my clothes, and then put on the gown, get on the operating table. They might numb me. Not gonna give me anesthesia. It's just the thing. They numb me. stick a needle in my back. Okay, you can go now. It's gonna hurt like fuck. Even if I hope I get numb so I don't even feel it. I'm like, well, we're done? Good. Bye. But if I don't get numbed, then I know it's gonna hurt. Even because I got cortisone shots on my back. The first one I didn't feel at all. The second and third one, oh, I felt that. It was like, boom. It was like I got shot in the back. It hurt like fucking hell. So I had to stay home for 2 days, and then I had to take some ibuprofen just to kill the pain. And then pretty much 2 days later, I felt way better than I've been feeling the last 8 months. I've had a bad back for pretty much 8 months. I had a bad knee for pretty much around the same time frame. But I'm going to physical therapy for my knee now. I was going for my back. Now I had to change my knee because my insurance fucking sucks. But that's another story for another time. But I did that. Had to go see my podiatrist because my feet. I'm getting a little personal, but I have flat feet, so I need shoes and everything. But and I got diagnosed with my left leg is a little bit shorter than my right leg by like this much. So it's a little. I don't have a full Raven syndrome, but because his right leg is longer than the left leg, so I kind of have a little bit of a Raven syndrome, but nothing severe, but I have flat feet, which could be the cause of my sciatica on my left leg, which is probably the reason why I have such a bad back, and also I got levoscoliosis now, so I'm a mess, but I still look good, but but there's a lot of things I'm trying to do this summer and going into the end of the year and going into next year, so I can get back to I'm hoping around 75 to 80% better by the end of the year. It's gonna take a lot of time, but because my back comes and goes in pain. Some days I don't have any back pain, and other days, because now with the heat, it's just it's crazy. I can still go to work, I can still do my job, but doing yard work. I did yard work today. For like 30 minutes, and I was in so much pain. I had to stop. I couldn't finish it. I wanted to finish my yard and everything, and I have to cut some time out. I can only do 15 to 30 minutes, and then I have to stop, and I'm like done for the day. I'm like, I can't go anymore because my back is freaking tightening up. I have to come inside. I have to go in the shower. I might have to take a painkiller. It's the way it's gonna be. Hopefully not the long-term thing, but with the levoscoliosis, it's not gonna be a long-term thing. From what my physical therapist is saying, not gonna be long-term, but hopefully with a lot of physical therapy. I'm going back to DDP yoga. Your mama's yoga, so I'm doing that. More exercise, and eventually, hopefully, I'll get all my ailments will be gone, and we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully, by the end of the year, pretty much back to, I would say 75%, better health wise, physically. Mentally, I'm getting there. I'm actually feeling much better mentally, and I'm not. I mean, I had a couple last week. I had a couple of mini panic attacks, but over the last month or two, I felt actually pretty damn good. So probably the best I felt in a long time. So I'm just trying to focus now on my health and basically my health and getting better, getting physically and mentally better, and not worrying about so much shit that's going on in my life, whether it be online or whether it be offline with the missus and my family and everything. Not really worrying about that too much. I'm just focusing on me right now, and that's something I haven't really done in a long time. So I'm turning the corner right now, and hopefully over the rest of the year, goes well. I'll probably have some spats here and there, some bouts of depression and anxiety and some anger, here and there, because that's the way it is. Stress is just the way, part of life. Can't be perfect every day. I wish you could, but you can't. But that's all I gotta say about that. So hopefully by the end of the year, by the time I hit level 48, and by the end of the year, I'll be in a better mental state, and a better physical state, and then see how 2025 goes. Was pretty much the first 7 months of the year, pretty much the first half of the year, started off okay, then it got really, kind of bad. And it got really bad, right? Like a couple months ago, it got real bad. So I'm trying to pick myself up out of the gutter. But the last month, I would say the last 4 to 8 weeks, I felt pretty damn good. Mentally. Physically, it comes and goes. That too. But other than that, I'm trying to turn the corner and get my life back on track. There's a lot of things, that going on, and I'm getting close to 50, guys, but I gotta worry about what's gonna happen in the next 3 to 5, 6 years. Because eventually I'm gonna be out of New York, where I move. You wish you would know, but you don't know, and you think it's gonna be where you think it's gonna be. It's not. I'll tell you right now, it is not where you think I'm going. Just saying. Not that you're going to find it anyway, but I digress. But in any case, yeah. So, lots of stuff coming in my life, and I'm going to have highs and lows, and there's some hopefully I would say by next year there's going to be some change, a lot of changes coming your way in my life. And maybe here on YouTube, who knows, but, I know I'm still going to have the haters and everybody just they don't like me, they don't like my appearance and everything, and they was like, oh, it's like, you don't look sexy, you look like you're on meth, you're on this and that. I'm like, jealous, I guess, because you look like shit too? I already said, I've said it from the beginning, I know I'm not cosmetically pleasing to certain people here on YouTube and on social media, but I'm only here to have fun. If you don't like what I have to say, then move on. But you have such an OCD problem for years with me. You have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. You've been obsessed with me for almost 15, well, not at all of the 15 years I've been on YouTube, but pretty much the last 12 years, people have had such an obsession with me. It's just insane. Still calling me the P word and this and that. You think I care? No, because it's pretty much slander with no valid proof of anything. So I just take it and laugh pretty much now. I don't care. I don't engage or anything. You can call me the P word all you want. There's no facts. No facts, and pretty much a done deal. We're still talking about it 12 fucking years later. It's insane. I mean, get over it already. And then people bring up things that happened 2 years ago when I talked about my beautiful cat Zuzu. It was a stupid joke, and I paid for it. I paid for the stupid joke. I shouldn't even said it. But still, two years later, we're still talking about that shit. We're gonna go for 3, 4, 5, and 10 years later, we're still talking about Peter's a cat diddler? Come on now. Get over it. But certain people cannot get over it. They just can't learn to shut up. And they just want to keep the drama going. And I'm not gonna be part of that anymore. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and living my best life. And you don't like it? Too fucking bad. I'm gonna keep doing my reviews. I'm gonna be talking about wrestling. I'm not gonna be talking about drama anymore. I don't care about this person's beef with somebody. I don't care. I don't care if this, another person's still clickbaiting after, he's still clickbaiting and being wacky and telling lies. And basically getting owned by people, I mean, I don't care if some guy buried him in a live stream. I don't care. What do you think about that? I don't care. Good for him. He got buried. Good. That's what he deserves. Good for him. Good for that guy burying him. Good for him. Good for him. Do I care? Not really. Whether I like the person or I don't like the person that buried that another person, I could care less. If it's somebody I know that's good friends with me, I'm like, yeah, that's great, good job. If I don't like him, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Good for him. Big whoop. I don't care about other people's bullshit beef with other people. I'm not getting involved. Like I usually stick my big fat nose and my dick into things. Besides women, but that's another story for another time. But I'm not sticking my nose into anything anymore. I'm just gonna I'm gonna observe and just watch people just spiral out of control. That's their lives. That's not gonna be. I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna be there to save them. I'm just gonna say, I told you so. But it's not my business and not my place anymore. So whether they get buried on YouTube or in real life, that's on them, not me. I care less. I'm just gonna do my own thing. And if people don't like that, they want me to talk about that shit, that's too bad. I'm not talking about it. I'm not gonna do 50,000 videos about the same freaking topic. Oh, this guy sucks. This guy sucks. I'm not even gonna do a video about it. I'm not gonna care. Like back in the day, people loved my rants about, drama and shit. My rant channel is still one of my best channels. I still get, on a consistent basis, except for some of the shorts, there's a couple of shorts that don't get 100 views, but most of the time, my rants get, on a consistent basis, over 100 plus views. Because people love my rants. Whether it be about, nowadays it's pretty much about wrestling or politics. I don't do drama videos anymore. I know it gets a lot of views, but in the end, where does it get me? A lot of trouble. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna call people out on their bullshit and start another freaking war that I don't need. I don't need the aggravation. I don't need the stress and all the bullshit that comes with it. So I apologize. I'm not gonna get involved in drama anymore. I'm done. Finally, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're not done." But like I said in that short I did on this very channel, your opinions don't matter to me. So shut the fuck up, bitch. Pretty much. Your opinion doesn't matter to me. Oh, you don't see the point. Your opinion probably is wrong. If my opinion doesn't please you, well, that's too bad. Don't watch my video. But you're gonna watch it anyway because you're gonna hear what I have to say. Whether you agree with me or not, you're gonna listen to it. And if you don't like it, tough. You do, great. You agree with me, great. You disagree, too bad. I'm not gonna go back and forth with people over what I feel is right. I said, this is my opinion. This is how I feel about it. You don't like it? Tough shit. Whether it be wrestling, real life shit, or whatever. You don't like my opinion about it? I don't give a shit. My opinion, not yours. I'll listen to some of it, but, I mean, if it's just ridiculous bullshit, I'm not going to care. But if it's it was something that, yes, I might open my eyes, like, maybe think about it, my opinion a little bit, and I might change my mind. Maybe, just maybe, I'll listen to the opinion. And I might change my opinion about it. You know? But other than that, my opinion matters way more than your opinion, like I always said. And like I said, if you don't like my opinion, you don't like my videos, then don't watch it. Simple as that. Don't watch, block me, move on. But some people just can't seem to do that. That's why you have OCD. Obsessive control disorder. And you need to stop the obsession. Go on with your fucking life. Stop being obsessed with people for not even 15, for like 7 to 10 years. Like, why are people so obsessed with people for 7 to 10 years? That shows that people don't have a fucking life. You know, people say, I was obsessed with one guy for 10 years. No, never was. Never was. Oh, you did like 500 videos on that guy. It's like not even close to 500. The videos I did on that one particular person, I was just calling him, like everybody else was, calling him out on this bullshit. And that's all what it is, and that's all it was. That's it. But right now, I don't care about anybody here, that many. The only people I care about is my good friends that are on this website. I don't care about anybody else's beef with anybody. I could care less. That's between them. Don't bring me into it, because I'm not going to give two shits. Don't bring my name up. Don't even bring my name up for reference. Because I know what some people are trying to do. They're trying to make me do videos on them. And I'm not falling for it. I'm not taking the bait anymore. So if people are like, oh, what do you think about what happened to this guy? I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if he got buried by another guy on YouTube. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, good for him. He got buried, but, whoever the person is that buried him, if they're good people, I have no beef with them, fine, great. But, if I don't watch them or I don't care about them that much, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, oh, good for them. Big deal. Big deal. Big deal. That's pretty much it. So I'm just going to do my own thing, and if people don't like it, too bad. You don't like my videos, too bad. You're going to watch anyway, because that's all you can do. Is just watch, and then talk your crap. But I'm not going to fire back. I'm not. I don't need to. I put up with too much stress in my life. It's just time to put that. Time to just put the drama away and just be myself. And that's what I've been trying to do for years, and I just never can get to doing it. And, pretty much now it's like too late, because I lost a lot of people that I thought were good friends. I wish them well. I do. I really wish those people that I did, have a falling out with, I do wish them a lot of luck and success and good health and everything. But, the bond of friendship is pretty much gone. Reputation's gone. Friendship gone. Never can get it back. I said some bad things during that time. I wish I could take it back. I can't. So I just move on. That's what is best. It's best that me and those people, just move away from each other and go on our own way. If you want to talk and be civil about things, that's fine. But as far as being friends again, I pretty much don't think that's a great idea at this time. Maybe in 5 to 10 years, maybe when things settle down. I doubt that, but you never know. But there's always a never say never. I always say never. We could be friends again on a civil level. That's great, but on a maybe like a major friendship level, then I don't know. But in any case, I am out of here, guys. It is way too late, and I need to go to bed. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something, and if not, well, at least I tried. But minus the wrestling stuff and baseball and football and all that stuff I talked about early in the video, and then later, for the last few minutes I've been talking about, random things and, what's been going on lately, and how I'm gonna keep going, and just not talking about petty bullshit on YouTube or in real life, because I don't care about it. And if you get pissy about it, well, that's not my problem anymore. I'm not gonna go there, so I'm just gonna do my own thing, talk about the things I want to talk about, and that's the way it's gonna be for the foreseeable future. And that's it. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, if you are not down with all I just said in this hour and 11-minute smorgasbord of shit I talked about, rambling on like for an hour. If you're not down with all of that, well, I'm not even that sorry. Sorry, not sorry for some of you. But if you're not down with that, then 1, get out of here, get off my channel and block me, and 2, go fuck yourself. And 3, if you're still not down with that, well, me and a whole lot of better people that are way better off than you are, and we're better than you, and you fucking know it. Just remember these 3 words. Fuck you, man. That's pretty much it. If you're not down with that, too bad, fuck off. And fuck you. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thursday, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT and AEW. Maybe TNA later on, but we'll see. And then pick it up Friday with Ring of Honor. And then finish it off Friday night with SmackDown and Rampage. Then we're going to the weekend with Collision, and then pretty much take the Sunday off. As as we get into Slammiversary next weekend, and then after that, we're going to Death Before Dishonor. And then pretty much after that, we're rolling on to SummerSlam. And Blood and Guts too, so which I am going to be watching on my vacation, along with Death Before Dishonor. But as far as reviews, I won't do a video review on Twitter. I will bits and pieces here and there. I might put up a community tab about Blood and Guts. As far as Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and Rampage, I'll do mini reviews up on my Twitter page. But not next week, the following week, I will be gone for 6 days. So I'm taking a little six-day vacation from YouTube, and I will be back pretty much by the weekend after Death Before Dishonor. So that 20. I know it's 2 weeks from 2 weeks from Friday. So that weekend I will be back. That Sunday I will be back to do my Death Before Dishonor review and a Collision review. And then after that, we're hopefully back to normal with Raw NXT, leading up to SummerSlam, and the Great American Bash right after that. And then pretty much we're rolling on to All in Wembley, All in 3, August the 25th. And then after that, we got Bash in Berlin, and then Bash in Berlin weekend on August 31st, and then on Labor Day weekend, September the 1st, we got NXT No Mercy pay-per-view, and that's it. And then right after that, we got Labor Day, and then we got week 1 of the NFL. That Saturday, we got that weekend. We got we got All Out, September the 7th for AEW. And then we will lead into, I don't think anything else in September. Pretty much. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. We got SmackDown going to USA Network. We'll talk about that. And then October, we got NXT going to CW11. And then that's pretty much it as we go into the rest of the year. So yeah, there will be a pit stop in 2 weeks. And then we're back on track. We're going to refuel. And then we're back on track because the train will not stop at all. But there will be some pit stops along the way. Maybe in October, we'll see about that. But that's 3 months away. Right now, we're full steam ahead for the next two weeks. Then take a little pit stop to refuel and recharge. And then we'll be back by the end of July, full steam ahead as we go into the end of the summer, into Labor Day weekend, into SummerSlam and all those great pay-per-views coming in August, and then All Out in September, No Mercy, and then anything else coming away in September as we go into October with Halloween Havoc and Bad Blood October the 5th. That's coming back. Bad Blood's coming back October the 5th, so we're gonna be talking about that. I will be here for that. As far as Halloween Havoc, that's kind of up in the air, but we'll see. Hopefully I will be here. I should be, but we'll see. But I'll let you guys know when we get near the end of September, early October, about that. I might take a mini break from the internet once again, but we'll see. We will see. But in any case, stay with me. Please hit that bell, because if you miss anything, you missed a lot. And I can't help you. You're SOL, and you know what that means. Let me move on. Alright guys, it is really late. I am out of here. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you're not down with that, fuck you. And that's it. And until next time, peace.